So this is for graphic design 2, dealing with our patterns. I already explained to you about creating a individual 5-layer image that gets darker as it goes back, and it has various patterns that are created so you can see through it, almost like looking through a cell or skin, something like that. So I do want to show you another version I want you to try. You are going to create a new file in Photoshop. Make sure it's 8 inches by 8 inches with the 300 resolution. Push OK or create. Now, there's a couple things you can do. This is all about creating an optical illusion. When you're creating an optical illusion, you can use lines, circles, squares. It's totally up to you. My suggestion is I'm going to do something very simple, and I'm going to start creating a shape. And that shape is going to be like the thickness of a line, and I'm going to fill it in with black. Use my paint bucket just to fill it in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically copy and paste it, and then I'm going to move it down, and I'm going to create these lines. Now you can merge some of these together and just do 3 or 4 or 5 of them at a time. So like right now I'll take this one. I think I pasted one more. So I'm going to go back to my layers. I'm just going to tell it to merge visible. So I have to make something selected. Should be able to merge visible. All right, so now I have one layer. So what I can do is I can copy that layer and then just drag it down. Whatever, like I said, whatever's easier for you guys, however you want to do it. I'll do it again, at least until I get those shapes. Again, this is just using lines. You can use different, you can use a circle, square, triangle, whatever you think you want to try. It's pretty quick. But take your time. You want to try to keep consistent with your imagery. All right, so once I have them together again, I'm just going to go ahead and merge visible, so they're all in one layer. So the idea here is you have a couple things, and I'm gonna do all of this in one. So I'm gonna duplicate this one. So for this one, we want to be able to create an optical illusion, and with this, we're going to be using our edit and going to our transform. We learned about the warp tool. So this warp tool, once it pops up, you can literally go in there and start grabbing these corners and start moving them to create this warp, to make it look like it's moving. So you can go up and down. It's all up to you. And the more you do it, the skinnier things get. The more you pull it apart, the wider things start to get. So you can start to see that that's already creating the illusion of movement. Now I can see my background in here. So my suggestion would be is to just turn and make the background black or white, either one, white or black. Okay, so that's one. The second thing you're going to do, and I'm going to duplicate this one, is I want you to be able to experiment with some of the tools. Again, this is totally up to you, whatever you want to use. I'm going to use the elliptical tool, and I'm going to click and drag over top of it. Again, I'll hold my shift key. And what I want to do is I want to go to my filter, distort, and pinch. Now when I pinch, I can either make it larger or smaller, so it bulges out or bulges in. So if I go to the right, it goes inward. If I go to the right, it bulges out. And you can see it's starting to bulge. How much you bulge is totally up to you to start to create that essence of that optical illusion of it moving. Now you can do as many on here as you want. I can really make a really big one if I want to. I'll let some of it hang off, do the same thing. Again, totally up to you guys, whatever you choose to want to do. But again, it is under distort pinch, just another way to experiment. And this time, maybe I'll go the other way, just so you can see the difference. I'll go squeeze it all the way in. And then ultimately, you can see the whole piece. And how it will look. Right? So the third thing you're going to do, so I'll turn this on and duplicate one more time. Third thing you're going to do is you're going to create an advertisement with your perspective. Now you can do this with this one. You can do it with the first one that we did that had multiple layers, the 5-layer one. So you want to create an ad for something. I'm just doing something simple just for time. You want to make an ad that has words to it. So in Photoshop, it does give you options to create shapes. And again, I'm showing you these. They're called custom shapes. And at the top here, you'll be able to see they'll drop down. And they have different animals, plants, trees, things of that nature. So I'm going to try tree leaves for a second, and I'm going to grab one of these trees. So when I click on that tree, all I'm going to do is I'm going to click and drag, and it makes that tree. So what I want to do is I want to position this tree in the center, and depends on what I want to try to say about this advertisement. So now that it's there, I want to make sure that I select it with my selection tool. And fourth tool down, hold the magic wand, select it. Now, it may need to be rasterized first, so just go in there and rasterize it. Rasterize the shape. This should allow me to select it. Now, once I select it, what I want to do is I want to hit delete so that it only has the outer layer. I'm going to combine this with the layer below it. So I'm going to go and I'm going to merge down just so those two are connected. And then I'm going to I'm just going to invert it. So I can go up to my image adjustments or just hit Control I and it inverts the image. So now I can literally go in and I want to give it some words that would just represent what my message is. I might just decide to go in there and say tropical paradise. Again, it's totally up to you guys. Right there. Tropical paradise. Now, it is tough to see, so what we want to do is we want to rasterize the type first. And then what we're going to do is you're going to want to zoom in. For me, it's difficult to see the letters, so I just left them at the size that they were. You can make them bigger. Again, this is just a demonstration. So what I want to do is I want to select all my letters. So I'm going to go in and select each one. Just make sure you hold the shift key when you do it. It looks like I only got a partial of the word. So I'm just going to keep tropical for now so I don't have to start it again. So again, make sure that you're actually selecting the letters. Hold that shift key down. And you do the exact same thing you do with the tree. So hold it and grab each one of the letters. So I keep grabbing the outside back. So undo it. Just make sure I get hold of that letter. Kind of hard to see when you can't see it. Difficult to see when you can't. So I'm gonna turn off the layer so I can see what I'm doing. Shift key. If you don't hold shift key, you're only going to be able to do one at a time, and that'll take you forever. You may want to zoom in. If you make your text bigger, it'll be a lot easier. And keep this. All right, once they are all selected, and again, I'm going to hit delete and go back in and merge this one down just like we did before, and then invert it. So you'll be able to see it. So I'll zoom out. I did, like I said, I did lose the other word because I didn't open it up enough. But again, say I said tropical, something about tropical. Again, just a demonstration to get you guys started. So those are some 3 other things that you can try. So creating an ad using the other tools that we did, and then also going in and using the warp tool. If you guys have questions about it, just let me know.